Hello everybody, this is JT Productions and I'm back with another preview and prediction video. Today I will be doing the California Golden Bears. Last season, Cal went 5-7, 4-5 in the Pac-12. Not a good season. They lost to Nevada week 1. To be fair, they had Carson Strong, but still. Then they lost at TCU, lost at Washington, who was a dumpster fire last year, lost against Washington State, at Oregon, beat Colorado and Oregon State, lost to Arizona by 7, beat Stanford, lost to UCLA, and then beat USC. Now, let me go to my notes, and let's see what they're working with. Well, they're 42nd in recruiting over the last 5 years, and 42nd in the country, 7th in the Pac-12. Not bad. Justin Wilcox, their head coach, is in his 6th season. Cal should be a middle-of-the-pack Pac-12 team. They have been for the past couple of years. They have a few transfers, and if you've heard me talk about Cal being a sneaky team, Chase Garbers is no longer here. That was misinformation. That was my bad. Instead, they have, he may have been there last year, but not this year. They have transfers, wide receiver, Mason Starling from College of San Mateo, quarterback Jack Plummer from Purdue. He was pretty good at Purdue. And linebacker Jackson Sermon from Washington. And finally, D-end Xavier Carlton from Utah. So they got some good transfers in. But how much is that going to matter? Well, let's see. Let's go to the schedule and figure that out. Week 1, they play UC Davis. This is not a team to sleep on. They're one of the better FCS teams, but you should be able to take care of business. Same thing with week 2 against UNLV. UNLV has been circling the toilet the past couple of years, so you should start out 2-0 easily. Then you're on the road at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a top 10 to top 15 team next year. You're not going to compete with that. So that's your first loss. You're 2-1. Before hosting Arizona. You should win the game against Arizona. They're getting better, but they're one of the bottom-tier teams in the Power 5 and in the country. So, you're 3-1. Then you're at Washington State. I think you win this game at Washington State. Washington State trying to break in new quarterback Cameron Ward, and against a sneaky team like Cal, I think is where it's going to kind of stir some feathers, or ruffle some feathers for Cameron Ward. Maybe give him a little reality check of what it's like to play in the Power 5. So you get another win. You're 4-1 going into your bye week. This is going to raise some eyebrows of Cal and what they're going to be this year. So coming out of your bye week, play at Colorado. One of the worst teams last year, going to be one of the worst teams this year. You should win that game. So you're 5-1. Then you host Washington. Washington, they get Fresno State's head coach from last year and quarterback Michael Penix. They should be better. This could be a trap game for you, but I'm going to give you the win just because your offense should be about as good, if not better, than Washington. Then you play Oregon. You're, at this point, I believe, 6-1. Yep, 6-1. Playing Oregon, who has a couple of losses at this point. And I think you drop this a game. I think Oregon comes to town, and with Bo Nix, upsets you in your home stadium in Berkeley. So that's 6-2. Then you have to go on the road to USC. USC going to be a very dominant offensive team this year. Defensively, not so much. I don't think you'll have the firepower to keep up with them, so I'll chalk this up as a loss. Then you have another road game, back-to-back road games, to Oregon State. Oregon State is going to be a very methodical team this year, running the ball, I think. So, I think they beat you. I think you get another loss. I think you're 6-3 at this point. And then, 6-4 at this point, with a loss at Oregon State. Then you come back home to play Stanford. Stanford's going to be in a similar situation as Colorado, just a little bit better. So I think you win that game. Then you play UCLA. UCLA is going to be a very improved team from last year. So I think they beat you. So to end the season, improvement from last year is seen for the Cal Golden Bears. They go 7-5, make a bowl game, and really they start the season really well until that Oregon game. So the reason I have you losing so many games back half the schedule is because when you're going that far with a team that does not have good depth or quality depth on the team, you're prone to having injury problems, and that leads to inconsistency, and that leads to loss upon loss upon loss. So that's why I have you losing a lot of those games in the back half of the schedule. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this kind of final stretch of the Power 5. And as soon as I finish this, I'll be working on the projected records for the group of 5 teams and the independents. So let me know if you enjoyed, and let me know what you disagreed with. And have a great day. Go Dogs.